Slow Speed Racer? No, okay. This is Transformers Rise of the Beast Mainline Nightbird. I know most people aren't going to watch this because they're like, oh yeah, well, A, it's a character that people don't really like, and B, it's the mainline release. Grow up. just grow up. I got this because I didn't have the character at all. I don't think I've got any other Nightbird ever. And I found it on Kapow for, I think it was like £10, 85, 95, something like that. And then with the basically I got it delivered for less than £14. I can't argue. And if it's still on sale, do it yourself. And here she is. And yeah, there's bits like, oh look, the colour doesn't match the pattern. It's a little bit on the windscreen, the hinge there, and I don't care. I wasn't expecting this to be the best, most accurate figure. It doesn't even look like she does in the film. You know, because apparently a lot of the mainline were based on like original test footage, stuff like that, and then halfway through the film they got the more finalized designs, and then they used those for the studio series, something like that. So she's not going to look like it anyway, so who cares about accuracy? But as she is, she's this nice American style muscle car. We have to say American style because outside of America we have these things called hills and bumps, so you can't have cars this flat to the ground because, you know, they'll crash and get grounded. Anyway, she's actually really nice. Again, there are little bits you can nitpick, and I guess I could take like a black Sharpie or something and fill out the windscreen and the back here. But I don't know if I care enough to do it. It really doesn't bother me. It's got the spoiler made up of weird parts and the sword. I'll take that off and show you what it looks like before we transform it. But size comparison, there's 86 Blur. So she's a deluxe. Not very big deluxe, but she's a deluxe. And again, I've got my knockoff Scourge, so I'll show that more when I transform it. But as I said, let's quickly pop this off. And that's what she's like without the spoiler. So if you get one second hand with no weapons, it's still quite a nice car. They could reuse this for something. I don't know what, but they could. And spoiler is this. It's made out of her sword, which I'll be honest with you is the most flat-edged sword I've ever seen in my life. And these two pieces. These have got little half pegs each. There's the peg tab there, slot there. Yeah, put them together, and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi. And you've got a weirdo, possibly double claw thing, possibly single claw. I'm not sure if that's supposed to have a slight gap or if it's just the way it's made. Got a weird claw thing. Alright, sure, why not? Transform it. Okay. See, I didn't do the instructions because I don't, because I'm a Maverick Renegade. And transforming this thing, I couldn't work it out. So I went to the instructions, and the instructions were no help at all. Eventually, I worked it out, but... Right, we're going to come to this back piece, we're going to untab the bumper and lift all of this up and out of the way. We're going to come to the side here, and we need to get the side panel, and it goes all the way along to here, and don't just pull it too much. There's a little peg and hole situation here, and I know from knockoffs these can be fragile. So we'll just get that like there for now. It lines up, there's a little tab, goes into that slot there. So we'll get this loose. And I'll show you the bit I got stuck on, because chances are you might have gotten stuck on it. These pieces, okay? I'll undo one just to show you where we're up to. Gotta get them loose, and then, right, and then just extend. Come on. Extend. Right, okay. So, this is the hip, and this is sort of like a mid-knee shin piece, and then these will be the feet. Now, originally, I just tried to line it up and put it there, but it wouldn't go in far enough, and I wasn't sure what was going on. Basically, you have to fold this into itself and just really just ram it in as far as you can go. And then this little edge piece will line up with there if you rotate it enough. And I had no idea what I was doing with that, and I was fighting like hell with it, and ugh. Anyway, we're going to straighten this out, flip up the little toe, and then we're going to turn this piece around. Show that's into place. Okay, I'm going to come here, and we're going to pop this piece loose, and pop that loose. There's a little hook here that goes under there, and now we're just going to try and wriggle this out. It's got these little notches here that go into little grooves in there. Honestly, you got to do it more by feel. When you've actually got the figure, trying to line those things up, and you got to do it by feel. I can't really show you, but I've given you a hint. That's as good as you get, sorry. Flip that down, flip that around, turn that over there. I get these lined up so they're sort of straight. They should slide in and lock in. So a little slider there. Slide in, lock. Okay. Might as well get that lined up. There's a slot and a tab. Line that up, fold this down flat on the back. There we go. Bring this forward and rotate it out to the side. Forward, rotate it out to the side, get them all out of here, out of the way. And this is a bit that fights with me. So this is traditional car form. You've got to get the head through the panel and bring that down to place. By somehow wriggling it, and then got to push the bonnet back and shove the panel through, and then you can try and force the head past, because the head is huge. And then this panel actually sort of goes into these grooves. So you have to try and line that up into there, and I'm hoping it doesn't scratch the paint and stuff. But there we go, get that into there, make sure the back panel's into place. Nice, and bring these out a bit to adjust, and there she is in remote mode. Now once you know what you're doing, it's not that difficult transformation at all. It's just a bit fiddly to explain. And there she is. And is she a bit skinny? Are her feet a bit weird? Does she have a weird knee here that's obscured by all this panels? Then another knee here. So her legs are odd. The arms are fine. They're a bit skinny, but they're perfectly fine. Yeah, she's nice. The head is actually really nice. Does this panel fold down over the top? No, it does not. So does it just make her head a bit awkward to get through this hole? Yes, it does. Does it feel a little bit like it doesn't quite want to move as much as I'd like it to do? I guess. But in the end, she's alright. She's a little bit like, this will catch on the backpack and stuff. It does get in the way a little bit of the knees, but if you want, you can always extend these out. It's up to you. You can do it. You can give the claw. I think they want you to put it on the right arm, but I don't do that. So it's going on the left. It's going on there. Give her a sword. If you don't want to use the sword, you can now use these tabs that are on the bottom of the bumper, and you can store it on there. But we'll give her a sword just because we can. And she doesn't look in any way intimidating or threatening or, you know. If she came to beat you up, you'd be like, you know what, I fancy my chances. But I've got the character now, so I'm good. Size comparison. She's just slightly bent-kneed, but she'll be alright. Size comparison. There's Speedy Blur. So she's not a big deluxe, but she's not supposed to be. She's supposed to be kind of small. And because I also love... There's a Legacy Shadow Striker. You know what? I'm really loving these obscure Decepticon fembots. Like, not the Autobots so much. The Autobot ones are made up to be the heroes too much. The Decepticon ones lose as much as every other Decepticon, so I've got a soft spot for that. I've got these, I've got Slipstream, I've got Cascade from the Deadeye Duel. I need Crasher. I'm not paying that money for Crasher, but I need Crasher. I love these little fembots. I do. I want to make like a little team of them. She's nice. You know what? She's not. I like her way more than I thought I would. But maybe that's just me liking things that are rubbish because I'm weird. And because I said, oh what? There's her with Scourge. Is that accurate scale? It looks about accurate scale. Now I need Battle Trap. So someone send me some money and I'll order him from AliExpress. No, alright, okay. Or just send one to me. I'll send my address. Honest. Yeah, she's a weird one. She is. Like I say, the legs are a bit. You know, they've got universal joints, but they've got this thing in the way. It's a little bit hindering. They do kind of catch on the backpack, but if you want, you can extend them out and turn this. It's an option you've got. I don't know if you're supposed to, if it breaks the mold a bit, but you can, is what I'm saying. You know, if you want to move that to make the pose look better or enjoy the figure more, then do it. Bit of a waste. The backpack will move in and out a little bit. I have joint tightened these. I've really joint tightened these, so don't think yours are going to be as tight as mine straight out of the box. Because I have done work on this. Trying to line this up through the camera. I like her. I've seen an upgrade kit where she gets the flight pack, but it looks terrible. And it makes this backpack look even bigger, so don't bother. Yeah, she's alright. She's cute. She's funny. I quite like her. Whether I like her because she's bad and that's my jam, I don't know. But she's fun, alright? And she was cheap. Oh well. Let's hope I can get something else, okay? Feel free to donate, there's links, all that rubbish. I'm gonna go. Okay. So, I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye now.